So, is Elon Musk making autism cool or just more misunderstood? Let's dive right in. Here's the plan. We'll look at the monologue, the superpower idea, the problems, and the community's response.
Okay, so this all kicked off back in 2021 on a pretty massive stage, Saturday Night Live.
With that one line, he launched his diagnosis right into the center of a huge public debate.
But hold on a second. That claim about making history? Yeah, it wasn't exactly true.
Turns out, original cast member Dan Aykroyd, who is also openly autistic, had already hosted back in 2003. So let's look at one side of this, the idea that Musk's announcement was actually a good thing.
His former wife, Justine, even connected neurodivergence to the intense focus needed for huge success.
This puts Musk in some pretty famous company. Other historic figures also thought to be wired differently.
And it's not just him. You might remember Greta Thunberg also called her diagnosis her superpower. Okay, but many argue that this superpower idea is a huge oversimplification. Let's flip the coin. For starters, the term Asperger's itself is a big problem. It's outdated and has a dark history.
Critics say he presented a version of autism that's, well, simplified, made easy for a neurotypical audience.
And this simplified version, it totally glosses over the tough, real-world challenges many autistic people face. This can even lead to a pretty troubling idea called Aspie supremacy, that some forms of autism are better.
So how did the autistic community react to all this? Well, the opinions were all over the place.
A lot of people said, look, his actions are his actions. You can't blame them on autism.
Others think his success has nothing to do with autism and everything to do with being a great salesman.
The bottom line for many was clear. A diagnosis is not a free pass for bad behavior.
So after all that, we're back where we started. Where do we land on this question?
On one hand, he brings massive attention. On the other, he might just be creating a stereotype. So, what's the verdict? The truth is, it's just not a simple yes or no. The impact is complex.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Just because something is visible doesn't mean it's understood.